What's up, y'all? I was on live just now, ranting like I've done on several occasions, just making a fool out of myself. I made a fool out of myself on this platform a lot. I've made a fool out of myself in my relationship that I've had with Faith, and I just want to, talk about a few things and vent a little bit for anybody who cares enough to listen. YouTube. Started dealing with a lot of disrespect on YouTube that, would trigger me in ways that made me used to walk around allegedly with a weapon on me, hoping and praying that I caught one of you that be on my channel with that. And I didn't really understand why I would feel so strongly about that when I understand that this is the internet and people going to act a certain way. It's my relationship. See, my biggest issue with my relationship is I've done a lot of opening up and venting to where I've allowed her to, see me in the rawest way possible. But little did she know that was also a test. And she keeps on failing these tests. And I keep on forgiving her for it. And it makes me feel very weak as a man. Because every time she comes back in my life, whether I called her back or she called me back, I just end up allowing her to disrespect me and be emotional and talk to me a certain way. And things go left and I get really upset and I start saying a lot of very dark things. And it frustrates me a lot because I've been through so much in my life. And all I've ever asked from that woman is just be nice to me. No matter what, just be nice. But then I guess I gotta take a look in the mirror and understand that maybe she just don't feel like I'm worth that. Because I'm homeless. And because I'm not successful on YouTube, social status I'm learning matters. Because she sees all of the hate that y'all give me, the negativity, and I'm sure she judges me because of it. If I just had a whole bunch of people on my channel like the rest of these other spiritual content creators have, of just straight positivity and good messages and good feedback, she probably have more respect for me too. So for those that give me all the hate that y'all give me on this platform, I need y'all to know that y'all have successfully been affecting my life. And that's why I take it so personal. To even know that we live in a world full of people that even have it in them to be disrespectful to somebody that is being vulnerable with the world and joining the spiritual community, just trying to level with everybody. And even if I may not be perfect, just the fact that I'm on here, allowing you to just experience somebody like me, Yeah, I just got some things I guess I just want to get off my chest. I remember being on YouTube used to make me feel very depressed. And one of the main reasons why I started lying and not telling people about my days or how clean my streak was, whether it be the first 7-month streak that I had that wasn't clean at all, or the second 7-month streak that I had that was completely fake. I did that because of the opinions of other people. And I just didn't want y'all to see me going through it, because I knew that all y'all was gonna do was bash me. So a part of me just wanted, I remember how I felt when I finally ended up, you know, I was clean on YouTube for like a good 30, 40 some days, and I ended up edging, and I felt so guilty about it. And I felt like people couldn't wait to hear that. And I didn't have the courage to get on here and face that. I guess the point of this video is that I'm realizing now that this YouTube stuff has taken a toll on my mental health. And I think I made a mistake by getting on this platform, because at least when I got on the platform, I wasn't ready. I didn't really know all that it would have came with. And I should have been doing some more healing behind the scenes before I came on this platform, but I'm already in too deep and I'm not about to turn back now. So this is not a I'm quitting YouTube conversation. This is just a vent. And I feel like I guess whenever I start feeling these moments, I'm gonna just vent. Something that I wish that I did back in 2022. Something I wish that I did, because I wanted to try so hard to put on this, I wouldn't say image, because I was always raw from the beginning, but I was afraid. It's levels, you know, and I'm just ready to take it to a new level of vulnerability. Because I just don't, I don't want to make the same mistakes that I made. I want to be better, and I want to just put certain things in perspective. That I am hurt by the negativity that I do get on YouTube. Because I'm a victim. I've been through a lot of things in my life, and it made me kind of put a lot of pressure on my 20s. I feel like I've been through so much my whole life, from 3rd grade all the way till 22 years old when I got kicked out for just trying to protect my mom. I lost my job, and just a lot of things was happening. So I just wanted to enjoy my 20s. And I'm about to turn 27 this July. And I've been going through some of the toughest times in my life. And it makes me sad because, you know, see, this is what the spiritual journey looks like. You know, it's not as perfect as people make it seem. It's very painful. But we have no choice but to keep walking. Right? I don't care that this is the internet, because this is just real life. Men cry. Men One thing I've appreciated about YouTube is that it's been helping me build tough skin. I didn't know that we lived in a world full of such nasty and disrespectful people. And being on YouTube, when I got on YouTube, helped me put a lot more things in perspective. Being in a relationship that I was in with Faith taught me a lot of things. taught me that I have a lot of value that I can bring to a relationship that makes it, you know, in times where she can see past my circumstances. But then there's just other times where I feel like, you know, yeah. You know, just feeling like she's acted certain ways towards me just because she knows she has the luxury to, because of my circumstances and where I stand on YouTube. I'm not making thousands of dollars on YouTube, driving good, living good. And just to have to accept that, I know for a fact a lot of the encounters that me and her would have had would have been so different. That shit hurt, to have to accept that. You know? It hurt to have to accept that people don't value what I do on this platform, because y'all just want to see somebody as successful as Andrew Tate, but y'all don't appreciate somebody showing y'all life outside of people like Andrew Tate. A grown man that is trying to find his way out here. It's a bunch of grown men out here that's just trying to find their way out here. It ain't a lot of Andrew Tates out here. And when I say Andrew Tate, I just mean how successful he is. I don't got nothing against Andrew Tate. I just got something against people that don't see the value in what I'm trying to do. But it's okay, because it's not gonna stop me. You know, I don't care to look tough on here, because at the end of the day, I'm the type of person that'll stab the shit out you and be crying while I'm doing it too, because I don't want to have to go there. And it's sad to take somebody's life and know that that person, family is gonna be hurt. He can never ascend one day and have kids and be happy. That you put me in that situation where I had to watch your soul leave your body. That's a very sad thing. So just know, this shit don't make me weak. This shit make me strong to get on the internet and be able to do this. Because I know that there's people out here that can feel me, and that's who I do it for the people that appreciate that. So for all my supporters, just know that I deal with a lot, and if my energy is not perfect, just give me the benefit of the doubt. That's all I ask. And understand and just take in what I am trying to do. It's not gonna be perfect. That's why I call it my raw spiritual documentary. Because one day, this video is gonna have so much value, because I have that visionary mindset. So this year I feel like I'm starting fresh. I'm back with the intros. I'm back with the angle that I was using in 2020. You know, even in the crib that I was in 2020, I was dealing with a lot that a lot of y'all don't know about. You know, I was beefing with a roommate that I was afraid of taking it there with, because I didn't want to throw my life away. And he was a crash dummy type of dude that, you know, I used to be on them videos and I used to be watching my tone. And be some videos I'm talking, you feel me? Because I'm just, some days I'm ready for like, yeah, if he hear me in there, it's cool. Like, come to my door, I'm gonna be ready for that. For me, I kept a long knife with a bunch of ridges on it, ready for him to just come to my door one day and just poke him up allegedly. A very, very disrespectful dude. He done disrespected me a lot. I remember it was a time I walked in the crib and I was trying to tell the landlord about what I was dealing with his disrespect. Him disrespecting me and my roommate. Saying very disrespectful things, complaining about things, but in a disrespectful way. So I went to the landlord. I came in the crib one day. The landlord spoke to him about it. Made it clear that I spoke to her. And he came in there, he was in the kitchen. He had the knife on him in the sink, acting like he was doing dishes, but I saw he was holding the knife. He was like, yeah, you Bronx snitch. Bronx snitch. And I had to just walk past. It was times where, you know, it was a situation where I forgot that we had an agreement. He gave me some weed and he was like, yo, just go do the garbage. It was his responsibility, but he asked me to do it. I went and forgot. All he had to do was like, yo, respectfully, remember I asked you to, he didn't do that. He took it and decided to be very disrespectful, right? He decides to make this whole crazy, wild scene and tell me that if I don't give him $20 to pay for that weed, that shit gonna get ugly in there. We gonna have to go there. You know, he jail nigga, bigger than me. I wasn't worried about none of that because I was down with that. You know, I told him at times when we was about to fight, we screaming at each other face to face. And he was like, yo, let's do that. And I'm like, let's go outside though. For me, it's furniture in the way, glass table. I didn't want to fight in the crib and vandalize the crib. He didn't want to go fight outside. So I'm like, I'm not about to do this with you. I remember I walked away. He grabbed my arm, turned me around. I told him, don't touch me. And I continued to walk away because I was trying to be smart, right? These are the things I was dealing with in my crib. It was a time, like, with the $20 situation, I told him, I was like, yo, I'm broke right now. Give me a couple days, I'm gonna give you your $20. That day came that I told him about the $20, that I would give it to him that day. He decides to wake up 6:30, 7 a.m. in the morning, walking around the crib like, yeah, he better have my $20 today. Woke me up out my sleep because he was, for me, I immediately grabbed the knife, ready to go out there. But then I'm like, I'm thinking about YouTube. I'm thinking about semen retention, no fap, ascending on a spiritual path. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put the knife down. I could have easily went out there and went poke crazy. Allegedly, my roommate probably would have helped me too. But you know what I did? Here's where it get real. He ends up coming to my door 30 minutes later. My roommate don't even know about this because I lied to my roommate because I felt pussy. But I'm going to say what really happened. I was there when he was banging on my door, Malik. I actually was there. He came and banged on my door 30 minutes later. Just like that. Relentlessly banging on my door. Like, yo, you got my $20? I had a back door. I slid out the back door. Now, there may be people that think I'm pussy for that. It's okay. It's cool. I'm not on here to look tough. Right? I slid out the back door. It was a gate, hopped over the gate, went and left around that way. Take a walk, gather myself before I opened that door with the knife in my hand and threw everything away. So I did what the fuck I had to do. I don't give a fuck what nobody gonna say about that. Really though. My man, shout out to Malik. I didn't have his $20. That day. I think cause when I tried to go get it out of my account, some funny shit happened, whatever. Malik was like, don't worry about it. I'm gonna give it to him. I respected that. Shout out to Malik for that if you're watching this video. You know, you saved me from a situation that I would have eventually had no choice but to address that situation. And it would have went left and I probably wouldn't be free. I probably wouldn't even be alive. Maybe he would have been able to take the knife from me and kill me. I'm not just trying to sit here and say that he would have died. Like, a situation could go any which way. If you're a real dude, you understand that. These are the things that I was dealing with. I remember me and my roommates, we moved in, right? He was the only one that moved in that didn't come from a homeless shelter. He came from just, buying a room regular. Once me and him was on some cool shit at one point and I was telling him about our situation, he started talking crazy and have moments where he would get mad about some shit. Instead of addressing us in a respectful way, trying to figure out where the issue came from, whether it be dishes in the sink, piss on next to the toilet because somebody missed the toilet, didn't wipe it up, or somebody took a shit, didn't spray the bathroom, or somebody forgot to flush. Things that, it was a lot of things he was, you know, that made sense for him to be mad at. And most of them things wasn't even me. But he decided to still just bug out. And there was a lot of things that didn't really call for that. Like, you ain't had to do all that. You could have just been like, yo, for me, yo, listen, boom, right? On some just, we not trying to go to jail. We not trying to have to do certain shit. And you got a daughter. I was ready to take that man's life. Man, I'd have heard that dude punch his wife in her jaw while they arguing. Poof, you hear it. She screaming and crying. Y'all niggas don't know. I was in that crib making videos, relapsing, going through it, dealing with y'all with the trolling. I could have easily crashed out, but I didn't. That's why I'm telling this story now, right? So, yeah, I say that to say, you know, you never really know what somebody's going through. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot from my homeless situation back in 2019. I met somebody, you know, named Ghost OG. We was cool for a minute. He taught me a lot about manhood, just me watching him. Something I'm trying to show y'all, that y'all just watching somebody, you could learn a lot. He had a big cancer ball on his neck that was this big, hang on his neck. Me and him became best friends in there for a little minute. I bagged the Spanish joint that was bad for the young niggas my age. The baddest, like, wow, you homeless, you got that? He bagged the older joint that had the bubble. Bagged it easy because he had a certain type of masculine aura that even if he had the joint hanging from his neck, it didn't even matter. My son was different. Shout out to Ghost. Me and him fell out because, you know, he started hearing me rap and shit. I used to freestyle in the room and shit. He started trying to get me to want to sign to his label that he trying to come up with. He did some funny shit one time when he was like, yo, like, write your name on this piece of paper right here 3 times. And I did it just to show him, like, bro, I know what you trying to do, bro. And I was hurt by that he was trying to do little funny shit to finesse me. Once he started looking at me like a dollar sign because he seen that I had some sort of talent and potential to be successful. Whether it be the way I started politicking with him, putting certain things in perspective about shit. You know, my music, freestyling, showing him my abilities of flow and cadence. You know, it was times where I watched him take my kindness for weakness, and that's my ultimate way of testing people, and most people always fail that test. And then that's just where I see I gotta step away from you, because you gonna put me in a situation where I'm gonna have to start rationalizing things and wanna do certain things that I don't wanna do, right? So, yeah, I said some things on this video. I feel like I got some good venting off my chest, and maybe I'll do this another time. This may be tough to upload, so if I even upload this, that'll be a big step for me. And sometimes as content creators, we want to be, you know, post perfect videos to help grow our platform, but you know, I'm gonna do something different. You know, one thing I want to say about my relationship with Faith is that what you start to realize as a man is that when you start blatantly disrespecting a woman, you doing that to take your power back and get your lick back, because of how emasculating it feels to tolerate a woman's emotions, where she feel like she could just be a certain way and project certain things onto you because she's emotional. It don't feel fair. So it brought me to the realization of that I'm not looking for love in no relationship. I don't want love from no woman, because I feel like women don't see love the same way men do. I just want respect from a female. From men, when it comes to love, we understand certain shit. So getting love from your brothers and all that, you know, at least, you know, the ones, not every dude, but like, you know what I mean? Like, women don't understand, like, when they move in a certain way, my reputation is on the line. My freedom is on the line. Saying, I just want to be respected. I don't care about love. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like all of y'all that's watching this video should want, for me, should want the same. Don't look for love when it comes to these women. I've learned that. It was even times where I kept Faith around when she was getting on my nerves just to use her for downloads. She probably don't even know that. I'm a download junkie, right? Especially when it comes to, you know, being a content creator, trying to put things in perspective for y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know, Faith is a very beautiful woman, but it also taught me that I could be highly sexually attracted to somebody, but if I don't feel like I'm respected, then, you know, I don't even care about none of that. Absolutely none of that. None of that look shit, none of that sexual, none of that. Or that's what I've learned about myself. You know, the reason why I move the way I move on this platform is because, you know, we just live in a world full of people that, you know, they leading people astray just by acting a certain way. I feel like me having the courage to get on a public platform and be a certain way is going to help people. It's for a greater purpose that's worth all of the BS that I do have to deal with people feeling comfortable enough to act certain ways and say certain things. The ultimate goal is worth it. So that's what keeps me going regardless. And, you know, I want to put something in perspective as well about the spiritual journey of being on SR NoFap. It's going to put you in a vulnerable place spiritually as you're trying to grow on it, because you have to accept that you've been living wrong for most of your life. And now you got to work towards literally living a completely different new life, starting over. Now you got to reprogram your mind, right? Be disciplined, right? It puts you in a vulnerable place spiritually that, you know, just stay away from anybody that's making things any more difficult than it already is. Especially all the mistakes that's going to come with just trying to become a man out here, especially on a spiritual journey. You know what I'm saying? We can't be around. We don't really have the patience for certain shit. So understand that and be mindful of that. All right? Hopefully y'all appreciated this video, and if you did, please let me know, because there's people that's watching this video that is going to be paying attention to y'all reception to this, and that's going to be key for, you know, more raw content out here in the world in general. There's future content creators watching, content creators, y'all know the vibes. I'm gonna holler at y'all soon. Or